I want to know, what would you deem as a weird Halloween couple's costume? Would you consider dressing up as something silly like ketchup and mustard or peanut butter and jelly with a significant other, friend, whatever you want to say? But there's a couple who decide to dress up on like really, really weird and out there on purpose to make everybody else uncomfortable. So is there a costume that maybe you would say, I guess, is out there? Because I have a list of couples' costumes that are weird, and then there's also the reason why we're talking about it. So I feel like Brianna wants to go first. She's over here cracking up.
That was my little chuckle.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I want to go first for a couple's costume. All right.
Hell yeah.
So something that I saw, like, scrolling on Amazon just now. The whole like food thing is kind of weird to me. I feel like if it's not clever, then like why like dress up as like food, like as a couple? Like I had saw one, it was like an eggplant and a peach. Like, be so for real. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just so weird to me.
Wait, you know what? I think this will be really fitting. Can you like talk more about couples costumes?
Couples costumes?
Yeah.
All right. So, I think it's weird. Why are we dressing up as food in 2022? Like, be so serious. Be for real, okay? Because why are we dressing up as an eggplant and a peach? This isn't 2016. Like I said, it's 2022. Like, why are we dressing up as PB&Js? Why are we dressing up as egg sandwiches and salads? Why are we dressing up as donuts and ice cream? Leave it to the kids. You're a grown adult. Be an adult.
Damn.
Dress up as a sexy kitten or something. Not food. All right? Not a just as a policewoman, a firefighter, a sexy firefighter or something. Not food. Salt, shaker, pepper?
Okay,
forget about it. Not food.
Damn. This TED Talk.
I know. She was getting into it.
Stab.
Maybe Michael Myers.
All over because of a salad.
Yes.
Stab.
It's a chicken salad. Any first deli.
What about you, Gina? Do you have any costumes?
I don't like when couples dress up as like celebrity couples. I find that like the whole MGK and Megan Fox, when who were they impersonating? Tommy something.
Oh yeah, Tommy
Oh,
Lee.
they were dressing up.
And Pamela Anderson, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know much about the illustrious couple back in the day, but
I heard Tommy Lee used to put her hand.
yeah, I'm about to say, wasn't he domestically abusive?
They were both toxic AF, I think.
Yeah, and I'm like,
But they said like he had like went to jail, like a felony or something, for like beating her or something like that.
Damn.
Pretty crazy.
So I'm like, out of all the celebrity couples you want to dress up as, that's what y'all pick?
I don't know. Some people, I think Jeffrey Dahmer was off of the table for this year.
It had to be.
Not even this year, period. Why are we dressing up as serial killers? Like, honestly.
Why are we dressing up as Michael Myers? He's the same thing. He just does
but he's
one
a
thing.
fictional character. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, he inflicted real pain onto real people. And I feel like
And the victims' families are still alive.
Yeah, but there's still people that are inflicted of pain from this fake fictional thing. They can't sleep at night.
But no,
Michael Myers' victims don't exist.
They don't exist. Jeffrey Dahmer,
Like,
he killed black gay men. Like, he literally like affected a community, and like he should not be glorified or praised for it. In my personal opinion,
seen
like
the documentary?
Like, not even seen the documentary. I knew about that man before the documentary came out, because when I was younger, like I liked to learn about serial killers. Like, even though it's like kind of weird, like I wanted to inform myself about it. So the fact that everybody's like, oh, make all the Jeffrey Dahmer jokes talking about me too, Jeffrey. I don't want my man out the house either. Excuse me, like be like let's be serious for 2 seconds. Like, come on. Like,
I love. Okay, so I've said this before. My favorite serial killer is Jeffrey Dahmer, but I like to know why. Like, the thing is, I think that's more scary to me than an actual movie, because there is truth behind it. Like, he actually has done these things. There's a reason why he is like the way he is. I think.
What's the reason?
What was the reason?
Yeah,
he had a lot of mental disorders.
Yeah, let's go back to that.
It's true. I mean, why else would somebody? No one in their right mind would be like, "Hey, man, let me try human meat." Like,
no, I mean, there's people who are sociopaths, and there's like 10 Ted Bundy. He was like a sociopath. And
See,
like,
I don't know. I just think that people who do these crazy things, like, it's just so
like they're
interesting.
mentally ill. But I feel like
interesting,
people
but
who, yeah, go ahead.
He literally traumatized. Like, the families of these people who
I know.
who were killed are still being traumatized by this day because they're continuing to make documentaries about
Even
it.
his own
And people
dad
are
said something.
Exactly. His dad made a book out of it and then was kind of basically shocked when the families wanted to see some type of financial gain from it. I'm like,
Did he really?
yes, he wrote a book
Yeah.
about it from his point of view. I'm like, this is who you raised.
I know on Twitter, I saw on Twitter that he had came out and because they had made it, the movie tried to make it seem as if like, the series try to make it seem as if like he didn't care about his son or something like that. And like, or he's like, they made him like construed as some type of way, and he had came out and was like, this is not true, or like something. He had came out and like said something was false. I forgot what it was.
I feel like the documentary is different than like the Netflix series.
No,
Netflix series.
you need to see that series.
Yes, but the series is like a lot more of a dramatized thing, and then the documentary is the legit facts. And I only like to watch the legit facts. Like, even before the documentaries came out or anything, you could watch videos on YouTube or even Google search him because they have all of his stuff. They have all the documents from the police online. I was reading them because it's like you have to understand that also at the time that people were not being looked at. They weren't.
It's also because of his not gonna stir up the pot, but it's also because he's a white male.
I know a lot of people just kind of swept it under the rug, and they were like, "Okay, well, whatever he says is obviously gonna go forward."
Like,
but
one of his victims, before you say something, Christina. Like, one of his victims, he was a 14-year-old kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, this is my boyfriend," and the police literally let him go because they were homophobic, and they were just like, "Oh, we don't want to deal with this," and they let him go, and that boy got killed.
Can you imagine if you were on Sorry,
no, it's fine.
You can go.
I was gonna say, wasn't Dahmer the one that was good looking and charming too?
No, that was Ted Bundy.
Oh, that was Bundy. Okay,
that was Bundy.
I'm sorry. Either way,
I was gonna say, can you imagine if someone was sick enough to dress up as that as a couple's costume,
and they're dressing up their children,
that's
and then some parents they put they colored these body parts and they made them black and everything, and it was
my God.
it was really, I kid you not, it was, and they took a picture of their child.
That's disgusting.
What?
you know eBay had made banned what's it called,
selling his stuff,
pieces of that could be a Dahmer costume essentially.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's smart though.
It's actually in their guidelines apparently, where they won't let anyone sell any I think serial killers within the last 40 years, I believe, something like that, or either 40 or I don't know the exact guidelines, but there are guidelines. They won't allow any sales of serial killers within a certain amount of time, basically, which that's good.
Yeah.
So back to the original topic. No, you're fine. What about some weird Halloween couples costumes? Have you seen or maybe thought of, or maybe you're opposed to because you don't want to do it with somebody else?
Oh, I got some.
Okay,
so we're going to start off fresh with the Disney classic, and please do not jump down my throat until you hear my reasoning. Monsters, Inc., Boo and Sully. Because think about it, a couple's going to want to be all cutesy and kissy. That is a 4-year-old child and a grown monster.
See,
if it was kids.
I was going to say, it would be very cute if it was a 5-year-old as
And their
Boo.
parent.
I saw a picture of a couple dressing up like that.
That's nasty. That's some low-grade stuff.
Yeah. I saw another one that kind of made me cringe a little bit, unless you want to get to some sort of background lore that I don't know maybe possibly exists. But Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
I like that though.
Again,
what's wrong with that?
That's a good costume.
Are we saying that they secretly had a relationship then? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah,
I
mean, kind of showed it.
We
That's
want
up
be
to them.
technical.
I mean,
That's up to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. I don't know what they do behind closed doors. Maybe they go into their invisible boat mobile and they just have a good time. They watch a movie. I don't know.
Yeah, they watched a movie, all right. They all saw that chemistry.
oh my god. Yeah, true. Another costume. What was another costume this year? Oh, I literally just lost it. That's so
I got
Aw.
one. Peter Pumpkin Eater. So
that was I saw a video of that. That was really good.
Is it cute though, or it's kind of? It's kind of gross because one person dressing up as a pumpkin, and then a guy with a shirt that says Peter Pumpkin Eater, and his face around his mouth area is orange.
Oh no, I didn't. The costume I saw wasn't like that. It's just the guy. He had the Peter shirt, and the woman had on fishnet stockings, and she was with thigh-high boots and she was dancing in a pumpkin costume.
I've seen like I've seen to the extent where someone actually puts like orange like make the guy who's Peter wears orange makeup on like his mouth area, and I'm just like, oh no.
I never heard the story though.
I don't want to know the story. I think that's as most as I've heard of the story, and I don't want to hear more.
I never like read the book, like Peter. I never know where that came from.
My mother or someone gave me as a child like this custom like nursery rhyme kind of book, so I know of the story. I just don't know it off the top of my head.
I don't want to know it. Gina, what about you?
For like costumes?
Yeah, couples.
And when couples dress up as like genitalia.
That was actually something I was gonna say. That's a thing. Why not? Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen someone dress up, but I've seen them like suggest it as a joke. But still, it's like the fact that you're suggesting it shows that you probably would if given the opportunity. That somebody else would say, yeah.
Interesting.
I remember now.
Oh, that sparked it for you, Brianna?
Yeah, a costume that kind of like weirded me out this year was Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford. Billie Eilish, like so those who do not know,
that was going to be the answer.
Oh, wow. I should win a prize for that or something.
Yeah, so they dressed up and it made people feel really awkward because of a lot of people were like, there's a big age gap with them.
11 years.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna, before anyone talks, I'm gonna say this, that my parents are 10 years apart.
Yeah, really? Mine were as well.
But did your dad meet your mom when she was 15 years old?
Yeah, that's the thing.
No,
he knew her since she was since she came into the industry like 15, 16 years old, and he knew her since then. And now she's like, what? She's like around my age, like 20 something, like 21, and now he's dating her and he's like almost in his 30s, or he is in his 30s.
I feel like she is an adult and she can make her own decisions.
No, she is an adult. It's not the age gap again, though. Again, it's the fact that he met
her when she was a child. Like, that's grooming. That's grooming.
That is grooming.
I guess.
That's like the whole issue with Billy Ray Cyrus now. I think he's engaged to some girl he met on the Hannah Montana set. Like, that's weird to me. Like, you met this person as a child, and now you're dating them. It's kind of
I feel like the family should step in and say something. Like, if Billy's family hasn't... But I feel like if Billy's family hasn't said anything, then like I feel like we shouldn't really step in. It's not our place. Again,
we don't know because like they don't say anything publicly, but maybe they said something behind closed doors and we wouldn't know.
There is, but it's not been made like it's not out there for everybody to know, so we can't really like say, oh yeah, the family is not on board, but the family is on board. Like we don't know, so. It could be whatever at this point.
It definitely could.
Obviously, like I'll always say, like again, because my relationship has a huge age gap of like 20 years and some odd months.
Wait, like, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna be 28 this week, and then my husband's actually 48. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. But like I met him when I was like 21. We didn't get together till I was like 24, 25, whatever. So like that's not a big deal. But like it becomes a really big deal when you've known someone like since under like 18. Like if you met them when they were like a little kid or even like in their teens, it's really, really weird because it makes it seem like how long did you like them? Like,
and you waited for them to like become legal so you can do it. Like,
that's where.
But it takes two people to consent to be in a relationship, though.
But when you're young,
you don't have that type of like you don't have that kind of sense in that. You don't. You know,
you and I were on the same page. I'm just like.
But I feel like she has the right to say yes or no. She could have declined him.
I mean, she could have, but like how she was saying, like when you're young, like your like sensibility and like the way you perceive things are different than an adult, like a full-on adult. Like you're still technically a child. Like you're still like
if she's like 21, you're not
21.
I don't think anyone's really. Yes, well, yeah, she's in her 20s. I don't care. Like I don't care what anyone says. Like no one in their early 20s is mature. Like I don't. No, like everyone's still trying to figure out navigate life.
So she's 20.
Still, like
he's 31.
She's 20.
So she dressed up as a baby and he dressed up as an old man.
That's worse.
They're poking fun at like
worse.
the rumors, but that's still weird to me.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But no, I think I disagree with you to an extent, Christina. Like you said, when you said you don't think anyone's 21 mature, I don't necessarily negate like maturity and wisdom to age. I feel like it's based on experience. Now, granted, the average 21-year-old or 18-year-old or 19-year-old isn't going to have that maturity level. That has to be developed over time. Mm-hmm. But I think that it's like a case-to-case basis.
Christina, I think it's your turn to say how you feel about the Jesse Rutherford and the Billie Eilish get together.
I'm standing up. I'm ready. You ready?
Are you ready? I think it's your turn, Christina.
Okay, here we go. If you, as a grown adult, feel the need to date someone that you've known since they were a minor, there is a special place called prison for you, okay? That is disgusting. Why are you liking someone who was at one point, like, that you've known since they were, like, 13, 15? They were a minor. You're a grown adult. That is disgusting. Go to prison. Enjoy making friends with a gentleman by the name of Bubba, and because you quite as definitely deserve it, okay?
And don't drop the soap. Is going on?
And don't drop that soap.
Go to jail with a man named Bubba and not drop the soap.
Yep.
Wow.
Because you
Drop that soap.
who wants to date someone that you've known since they were 15 years old? That is disgusting.
That's like a little like brother, like an older brother figure dating like a little sister.
Yep, I'm not gonna date someone who I once thought of as my little sister. Like, that is genuinely disgusting. You belong in prison. Have a nice life. Actually, don't step on Legos.
Damn.
Nice.
Thank you for that. Thank you. That was pretty intense.
Oh my god.
Especially the Bubba and dropping soap.
So,
Oh my goodness.
because we already spoke about why we're talking about this, I found some costumes that are really weird and out there besides the Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford ones. So these are some top best Halloween couples costumes for 2022. And the first one I've got here, spaghetti and meatballs as a costume.
Food.
So she's dressing up as spaghetti and he is meatballs.
You guys already know how I feel about that.
And you know what? The balls are really in a weird place, so I really think it sells it. There's also a loofah and soap costume.
I saw that.
I think that's really bizarre. Why? You can't get any more creative? Like, come on. There's also Squid Games.
Now that's fire.
I am so over the Squid Game.
We were all over Squid Games after it.
To be honest,
come on.
These are actually pretty expensive. Like, the next one is vintage Barbie and Ken empty
That's
box
cute.
sets. Like, you obviously put the box around you. That's like $100 per box.
You can make
That's
that
a
yourself.
lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, you
That's,
can make
You
that
better get that
yourself.
Amazon box out the garbage.
I'm
People are
saying,
really creative.
go to Michael's and craft it up. Come
yeah.
on.
There's also Curious George, which is also up there again.
I saw that as kind of weird, though.
I don't
wait.
understand.
Was it Curious George and the man with
Yes,
the...
yes.
That's weird.
Yes.
That's weird.
As a couple.
And she's
Yeah.
climbing on him too. Like,
Oh no.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of like where she's
No.
like climbing on him. It's like, oh, that's so weird.
Oh,
There's
no.
Fred and Wilma Flintstone. That's
Okay, now that's cute.
that costume is $90. That's crazy.
That's expensive, but like they're already married in the cartoon.
Spirit
Thank you.
Halloween has costumes right now for 50% off. So
They're
run
still
down
of
there.
course.
Yeah, they're still open. Like they have to close everything down and like do inventory and stuff. I saw a TikTok of this girl. She was singing, and technically, fun fact, Spencer's owns Spirit Halloween.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yes. So
Oh,
like,
well, wait. Let's do this. Let's do this the right way. Okay, we're gonna do this the correct way.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm scared.
We got a deer and hunter costume.
Lazy.
I don't like that one.
That one's actually more cheap. On the cheaper
Cheap,
end.
but it's not.
Bob
creative.
Ross.
I love that.
I love that. I saw that when I went out this weekend.
The girl's the painting. The man's the painter.
I've seen
love that.
Yeah.
That's on the cheap. That's on the cheaper end as well.
That's not weird though.
Mario and Luigi.
That's weird. They're
They're
brothers.
Why?
brothers.
Why
brothers.
is Luigi, or I think it's Mario? Mario is $83. Why? Why?
Why? Okay, I would never say to my husband, let's go as Mario and Luigi, because I'm gonna like, I love him, want to kiss him. Like, I don't want Mario to kiss Luigi. That's weird.
If it was Luigi and like Peach, not Peach,
Daisy.
or like Mario and Peach, that would
Wine
be
and cheese. Why are you going out as wine and cheese?
food again. Not in 2022. Please.
I don't know. Playboy costumes. Why?
I like Playboy costumes.
That's
They're like the typical.
This is
like,
this is the most expensive one I've seen. This one is $125.
where are you looking at?
Go get a bra and some
Playboy.
fishnets. That's
Playboy.
That does not have to be
What
expensive.
website are you on?
Victoria's Secret
that's-
does exist, people.
Exactly. Get that, some cheap fishnets. You're
Didn't you make that
good.
song about
Ooh, an
Victoria's
Oreo cookie costume. They're each different halves.
Well, we already know
Food.
That's cute.
If it was somebody with Oreo and like someone like eat like a Cookie Monster, okay,
Wait,
maybe.
what about like the baby costume and like an Oreo costume? Because babies like to eat cookies.
Mr. and
But
Mrs.
you're a
Potato
baby,
Head.
You're kissing.
That's cute. Granted, they're food, but
okay,
that's still cute.
that's cute.
Well, not really
but the
food.
costume looks horrible though. They could do better with that
That's
one.
nasty. That's stupid.
I don't know. I guess you guys are not really fans of a lot of these, but chips and salsa really got me.
What's
right.
with all the food? I never realized how much food costumes there were.
Maybe
Chips and salsa got me because she's wearing a chip. Like,
Here's
come
the
on.
thing. These costumes would make the food costumes make me angry on the fact of like I'm gonna get hungry
I'm getting hungry now just thinking about it.
Yeah.
So this is a little warning for everyone out there. Don't wear food costumes.
You already know how I feel about it.
Brianna will come to your house and rip it off of you until you put on a better costume.
Or I'll slash you like Michael Myers.
Do it.
Oh my
Just
lord.